Shadow Wizard money game.
What is that? Get away. What is up, everyone? It's your boy DM Aaron Raphael Amin, and I'm sure you heard a couple of our tidbits and things while we were finishing up our technical difficulties. All I can say is thanks for being patient with us, and I'm sorry they weren't good enough to get clipped. It's been a while since we played. A lot of life has been happening. We got stuck in a hurricane. Luckily, the hurricane wasn't that bad. And then other than that, just normal life things that caused us to push things aside. But now we're here on a Thursday, and we should be seeing you guys next Monday, unless, you know, speak now or forever hold your peace. If we need to reschedule, let's tell the crowd. Oop. All right, then we are married to Monday. You may now kiss the schedule. Okay, and with that, always check out our QR code. You can check out all of our socials, our YouTube, catch up on the show. There's a couple of episodes that are missing. Those will be uploaded in due time, so please be patient with us. And check out the homies. We got TT Tones, we got Mates of Fate, we got Beyond the Review podcast. They're all going to be in that QR code. Is that the A? I am pointing the right way. Okay, good. And with that, I think, oh, hey, is that a what up? Thanks, player. Are you saying that you can't hear me? Is that why you're checking?
Yep. Nope. I can hear you. I was just making sure that everything was good and we can go.
We can go and we can go.
Very good.
That's what's up. Okay. Well, then that means we gotta find the recap song. It's been a while, so I guess DM recap. Also, hopefully, we'll be finishing things up today. So DM recap. Lots of reasons for DM recap.
Been a while since
It's been some time.
It's been
since we've last seen our party. As it looks like in real life, we've also been trapped in the Feywild. Time does some strange things. It's only been one day since we last played, and a lot of things have happened. Our party became privy to the knowledge that Aelin, their goblin companion, may actually be an archfey. How did they get trapped in this body? No one knows. So they decided to set back to Maud, the hag that originally sent them on this quest. She had a couple of answers, and the information that they garnered, and after much debate, they decided the best course of action was, of course, to drop into a raging war between two goblin tribes and steal a powerful magical artifact that may or may not contain the equivalent of a god.
Naturally.
In doing so and traversing through the Frostfells into the autumnal hills, they found a dryad wood where some poor stealth checks by our little Aelin alerted the locals to our party's presence. After some poor persuasion checks, the stealing of an axe meant to kill dryads and other plants, our party left, but not without a reward or something stolen, something earned, pixie dust that our party used to kind of cover themselves and fly up into the skies as they went towards this grayscale area where they knew the Scrungs and the Gulks were fighting. The sounds of war, bashing and clashing all under and around them as they flew over the war zone, being attacked by arrows and trebuchets and other forms of siege military. They found themselves in between the canines, and there an elite goblin force sent to protect it. A dogfight ensued, and there Nerissa finds herself ever encroaching upon the crystal, using her wings of flying, while the rest of the party focus on the pixie dust, try to fight off their adversaries. And in doing so, Lucian loses both an arm and a leg, unconscious in Airsid's arms, as two goblins fly down, threatening to take Airsid out along with Lucian. Uwasa riding on Nerissa's back, and Aelin kind of watching the whole thing in surprise. Nerissa, your hand is on the crystal. A dark energy surrounds the area. Again, that ultraviolet light, lightning almost zooming out, going up, going down in all directions. And as you look down, you see your friends falling. You see them being chased. You can't necessarily tell what's going on, but it looks like they're being pushed into a corner. You look at this crystal, your hand pressed up against it. A cold chill sent through your body, down your neck, through your spine. All your hairs stand on end as a silence consumes you. I need you to make a charisma save.
Again?
Yep.
17, I think? No, 18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Big.
You hear a voice. Well, what do we have here? You're not from around here, are you? The voice coming from all directions and none at once seems to be filling your mind. You look back and all you see is darkness. You look ahead, your hand touching nothing. Uwasa is gone. Aelin is gone. All your friends have disappeared. But you still feel in control of yourself as you step through this void.
This is... How do you say your name?
McLubiet, my dear.
Yep. That, yes.
So, my reputation precedes me.
Heard much about you, yes.
So why are you here?
Good question.
Any sane individual who's heard of me, the legends of the warmonger, the chaotic fairy, would never touch this prison.
Well, I'm maybe not so sane and maybe a little more desperate than others.
Well, we might begin then. And you see in the void a large smile of snaggletooth teeth stretching from end to end. Everywhere you look, it's almost like you're always seeing it. A stench of obvious halitosis seeps in between the teeth, rotting, covered in plaque and cavities.
Why were you sealed away in here?
What do you want to know so bad?
Just
The
kidding.
stench consumes you as the mouth opens.
I'm just curious.
Well, I'm curious why I shouldn't bring you in here with me.
Because maybe we can get you out of here.
Now, rules vary. You don't have a key. You hardly enough power to unlock a box like this. You're lucky enough you still have your mind.
Well, I am standing here. My mind is mostly intact.
For now.
And you really don't think that I could help you?
How do you think you can help me?
You need a key to open this to let you out?
I need the magic of the one who sealed me.
And who's that? Titania?
A bitch named Nyla.
Well, you're in luck.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, good.
Okay, you got it.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
That was disrespectful. The dice was disrespectful with me. Oh my god.
8.
And you see the mouth kind of just frown.
We have Nyla with us.
Right.
Really, we do. I know maybe you don't believe me.
Oh, and my pearly lights gleam just like the sun, don't they?
I can't prove it to you in here.
So what? I let you out. I let you free. And you get me out of this prison.
Don't see why not.
Well then, the mouth smiles again, and this time you see eyes yellow as if they have lupus, rings ringing around the red pupils that stare into your soul. What is your name, dearie? The mouth and the eyes seem to be inching in closer, their ethereal forms somehow pressuring you.
Is he behind a really big set of bars?
It's just the
And there's,
Wizard of
like,
Oz.
It's just the Wizard of Oz.
And there's a
like
paper
Kurama.
placed on the
Yeah.
that says sealed.
Oh, he's Kurama? Let's go.
Narissa.
And at that moment, it is as if the shadows suffocate you. And you look down, and there is a collar around your neck. Made of a wispy darkness, its shadowy tendrils reaching out, calling back to home, which seems to be the face that floats before you. Narissa. Well, if you're lying, well, let's just say, don't get a big head, yeah?
Wouldn't dream.
I'll let you take this crystal. But if I am not out by what you would call sunrise, then assured, you'll have a new home. And you'll be more than just my dearie. You'll be my pet.
Okay.
And as the last fleeting aroma of rotten tooth and decaying tonsils brushes through your olfactory glands, you blink and the crystal is now lodged inside of a collar that sits upon your throat. You look down and you still see your friends accosted by goblins. Uwasa's looking at you, smacking your face, trying to see what had happened, and Aelin sort of flies up.
We gotta get out of here.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nah.
Okay, Lucian.
That's safe.
Okay.
That's one.
You take another lingering injury.
Okay.
Turns out you just don't actually die. You just have to be.
It just come out as a fucking deformed.
Okay, so you are sitting in Ercid's arms. Ercid, you look up as the goblins begin to rush down. They both fall 500 feet, which I think only gets them so close to you. I think you got out of the way so they cannot hit you. But they're both gonna drop. Player turn.
So now they're like on my level.
Yeah.
You could turn the music up a little bit.
Okay.
Do I have? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So they're kind of on your level. You can see them closing in. You look up and you see the caster sort of waving his arms, charging a mote of magical energy, ready to cast another spell. Player turn. We have Uwasa, we have Aelin, but you guys are all thousands of feet away. Anything you would like them to do?
I don't know.
How you propose to get away?
Me?
All of you.
I'm gonna grab Uwasa, hold her to me, close the wings, and just free fall.
Okay, so you'll go down 500 feet on your turn. Aelin will also grab onto you, so they'll spend their turn kind of like latching onto you. Let's see, it is enemy turn. Airsid, this one's coming for you, my guy. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Luckily, the fires graze past you. You take 4 fire damage.
Am I resistant to fire?
Are you resistant to fire? You would know. I would not.
Yeah. Well, if the repairs on my armor happen, then I am.
Okay, then you would be resistant to fire.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll take. Is that half damage? That's
Yep.
2.
So two damage. Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Dang. And with all of that, we are at the top of the round.
All right.
So you fall 500 feet, which is you've been climbing and climbing. How much do you move
It
on?
was. So we were at the same level when I started. I
Yeah.
went 300 or more feet up, but no more than 5.
So then we'll say you're back level.
So it'd be back level. They are 1,000 feet below me.
They are 1,000 feet below
Yep.
you. Okay. So that's where we are. So you use your turn to fall. That's a free action. Anything else?
I'll go ahead and healing surge. Why not?
Okay.
And that'll be it.
And you haven't used one this fight, right?
No.
Okay, cool. Enemy turn. The 2 dudes are gonna rush up on you, Airsid. First attack. That looks like a 16.
That hits.
For 8. Actually 10 bludgeoning damage.
I'll use my. What's it called?
Uncanny dodge.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so you'll take 5 damage, and the other one misses as you nimbly dodge out of the way and kind of take the first hit and use that momentum to get around the second swing. Okay,
I'm back to.
player turn.
So. Oh yeah. Oh, so they're right next to me, huh?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to. I shouldn't have done that. Should have used my reaction to move 15 feet instead. Whatever, I guess I'll do that next time. Okay, so I'm carrying what the illusion,
Yeah.
and Aelin is on my back.
No, Aelin's on the Rissa's
Holding on.
back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well then I can't use dodge as a bonus action, huh?
No, you're not a monk.
I see. Okay then. I will use my bonus action to disengage,
Okay.
and I will go up 30 feet,
Okay.
and I will cast Cure Wounds
On Lucian.
on Lucian.
Come on, pal.
It's always my favorite.
It's always your favorite. As you press your hand onto him, you feel the magic sort of course through him. And there's a point where it surrounds him, the aura threatening to rebound into your palm until it finally takes. How much does he heal for?
7.
Lucian, you awake with a start.
Oh God.
Unaware of the damage that you've taken. You just feel pain throughout your whole body. I mean, with your perception, after like a second, you look around, you assess the situation, and then you try to assess yourself. The phantom limb squeezing its hand back and forth until you look and realize your arm is gone.
Oh God.
You sit up with much less oomph, with much less push than you normally would as a man with 2 legs could. And you look down as there is a sort of ripped limb, yet the skin tattered and pressed out, blood seeping from it as it falls to the ground below. The only color in this area is red.
God. Okay, great. I don't even know what to think.
I'd be like, I'm not thinking right now. That'll happen later.
Enemy turn.
Oh God.
We got another firebolt coming at you.
Please.
Let's see. This one, I'm not.
I
He
swear
would
to
target
God.
you.
Can I try and can I
Cradle
I would
him
like
with
to
your
just
body?
Say, like if there is, yeah, like I'm gonna try and shield him like intentionally. I will take a hit.
With you missing
If
an
it is
arm and a leg,
Kind of easier.
I'm happy to give you total cover.
Oh my God.
So this will go after you, Airsid.
Okay.
It's another 21.
That hits.
This time for 6. 3 for you since you have resistance to fire. A direct hit on your back, and as it like pushes through the furs that cover you, it kind of interacts with your armor and is dispersed across your body. A painful, searing flame, now much more like a warm bath.
Just a little too warm.
Just a little too warm. I think we're back at the top of the round, unless Lucian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you go.
I
No,
guess
we should-
I'll healing surge.
Okay,
Yeah.
How much is it?
it
Half
is
your
half
hit
your
die.
hit die.
Plus your con.
My hit die. Even are my hit die.
You're a monk fighter. Are you 5'5"?
D8 or a D10. I'm 3 and 7.
You could do
7.
3d10 and 2d8.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
And
you
then-
get conned at every single one.
Yeah. It's really good.
That's why you can only do it once per long rest, I think.
Yeah.
11. $37 hit points.
Okay, awesome. As you sort of like,
Did you add your con?
Yeah.
And you only got 37.
I only have a
mean,
plus
you
1 to
get-
con.
I mean, 37 is pretty good.
37 is pretty good. I think I got 48.
It's more than half my health.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's pretty good. Okay.
I was looking at your sheet, and I was looking at your con save, which is different than your con modifier.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And you sort of steel yourself. You find some resolve in this area, and the magics of the Feywild do their best to close the wounds, to mend the skin, as you have the strength to once again fight.
Is that an action?
It's a bonus action.
Cool. How close are they to us?
They're 30 feet below you.
Well, I will firebolt that bitch back.
The one above,
How close is he?
he's 1,000 feet up.
Oh my god.
He's doing some shit.
Fine.
He's got some range.
How close are the other two? They're 30 feet?
They're 30 feet below you. And I don't, since the pixie dust is magic, we'll say it's still active.
Okay, that was also going to be one of my questions.
Mind you, you don't get your monk speed.
Yeah. That's what got me fucked
I mean,
here.
now it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also
that's what
that.
really got us. That is what got us fucked, because I would be the fuck out of here. I have 50 I have 50 speed.
Yeah.
50 feet of movement.
Okay, then I'll magic missile the two that are next to us,
Okay.
the 30 feet away. And I'll send two at the one that looks the worst, and one at the one that doesn't.
And you see Lucian's body sort of glow with this strange negative light. Like a flame, these black tendrils pull out, and they sort of send off their embers that start to grow and grow before they and flip at the two that are below. How many are you sending? 3. Okay. How many to which one? Because one of them's gonna take 2.
Yeah, two to the one that looks the worst.
Okay. Let me
Actually, flip it. I'll
2
do-
to the one that looks the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll them.
Four damage for all 3 darts.
4 damage for all 3 single things.
So 8 to one and 4 to the other.
Okay. Does that kill any of them? My internet will catch up. There we go. They both are looking pretty okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Anything else you can do with your turn? No reactions.
I do have a reaction, but I'm not going to use it presently. Which way are we going? Down or out?
You just gotta wait till I catch up, and then Airsid can teleport us.
That's right. Well, then I'm gonna move 30 feet upwards.
Okay. Okay, looks good. One of them is going to. We're back at the top of the round. So one of them is going to move up 30 feet and attack you, Airsid. It misses. The other, they're just going to focus on you. So this one's going to get flanking. So +2.
Well. No. After the first one ends its turn in my area, I will use my reaction to move 15 feet away.
Will you?
So, the other guy can, if he wants to spend, if he can spend the speed to do that.
Will you read me that feature? I just want to see if we can get you some more speed out of it.
Sure.
I just want to
You can
smack
move
into that
up
one
to
that's like
half
1,000
your
feet
speed
above
as
me.
a
As I'm coming down, just straight on top of it.
Owlbear from the top.
Say that again.
Yep.
move up half your speed as a reaction. He ends it turn within.
Oh no.
Very cool.
My is really low.
Yes,
up
it
to
is.
half. And when it
Oh.
view with
Ooh.
This is good stuff. Good content right here. Yeah,
Why
he's
did
in
it
slow
slow
motion.
down?
Yeah, I think with what you just read me, you can only move the 15 feet. So we will go with that. And as you rush, you see that the other goblin who is rushing to you, it looks as if the magic is wearing off for some reason, and he falls and plummets to his death.
Don't say that.
Your magic missile is what did it.
Oh. Because concentration or something?
Oh, because I damaged the wrong goblin.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, you can attack the... You're right on the same level as the mage goblin.
Okay.
I don't know if you can land on
Slam
him
him?
because you're already there.
Fly back up.
Fly back up. I'll use my scythe to trip him.
Okay. Let me see. Because with where you are and where the goblin stands, he's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's 55 feet away, like horizontally.
Oh.
You can fly there. You got 60 feet.
I think
with the wings.
I think I technically can. Because I can catch myself for 5 and fly over to him.
Yeah.
Then I'll do that. Just like a U, flip up and come back, try and trip him.
Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna try to acrobatics his way out of this. Well,
21.
he's tripped. He's prone.
So he's falling.
No, he's posted up on the rocks.
Oh, he's prone.
He
then
has-
I'm just gonna hit him
Okay.
with advantage. Like 24 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. Goodbye, goblin. Okay, that's... Plus... I also get 3 hits. Technically.
Bonus action. Okay.
Yeah, that one was like even higher. So.
Okay.
This, plus another one of those. Then I'll smite this hoe with the first level.
Jesus.
I want him dead so I can just fall back down and he won't attack us anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, that's... $37.
37
Yeah.
damage. Okay. As you trip him, you bring him to his just onto his back, like as he falls with a great thud, and you twist the scythe around and drag it across the rock, sparking these gray scale lights as you drag it across his stomach, opening up his intestines to the world. One of the few things with colors, you see the bright reds and blacks shifting out of his body like great worms as he screams into the air, and you flip the scythe around and poke into his belly with the end of the scythe as he screams. Enemy turn as he grabs the scythe as a voluminous flame protrudes from his hands. I need you to make a dex save. I also need Watson and Aelin to make dex saves.
They get a +1.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice.
He's gonna silvery barbs.
Fucker.
Oof.
15.
Still enough. Okay. I'll just go ahead and roll this. Oh, man. Let's see. It's 8d6.
For what?
Fireball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they also take half. If they make it, it's halved again.
Oh, only if they make it.
No, if they make it. If they don't make it, it's half. If they make it, it's halved again. Because of my paladin aura.
Yeah, you said if they make it's halved again if they make it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 9. Okay, you take 7 fire damage, and they both take 14. Which is enough to down Aelin as she falls off your back and begins plummeting down into the abyss below, 500 feet above our friends who are currently dogfighting with this last goblin. Player turn.
I breathe in the fireball.
Nice.
Catch her!
Lucian, Ersid, play your turn.
Ersa, do you want to go?
Oh, man.
Oh, I couldn't. What happened? My turn.
You got 15 feet away from the dude.
You guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, maybe you should go.
I'll go.
There you go.
God.
Pain.
Yeah, man.
If you guys can hear me, I'll go.
We can hear you.
Okay. All right, I'll go.
Okay, go.
I have okay. The 3 bars of connectivity come in and out, and I have it right now, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I got 15 feet above the last guy, so I'm totally by myself at the moment. Correct?
Yeah, 15 feet away from both
Okay.
creatures, being Lucian and this goblin.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend now that Lucian is up on his own, I'm gonna move 60 feet of movement, 30 of my own, and then I'm gonna bonus action, and then I'm gonna shoot one of them.
Okay, so bonus action, dash to move 60 feet, and then you're going to shoot the goblin below.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. You pull the bowstring back. You can hear the tension as you're ready to release this next volley.
Okay. That's 27 to hit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay. So now I will roll a d4, and I'll use my last favored foe.
Okay.
So 2 d4s and a d8. How do you like that? That's gonna be 13.
13 damage coming right at him as the arrow barrels into his body, but you can see him just wreathing with anger. Sure, it's through his chest, but that means nothing to him as he dashes towards you. He ends his movement. Let's see, you were 15 feet away, so now you're 75 feet away. Okay, so he's 15 feet away from you, and he's pissed, so he's just gonna chuck his club. Oof, and he whiffs. You kind of just like, whether you want to be Goku or George W. Bush, you just kind of move your head out of the way as it flies past.
With the shoes again, when the guy threw shoes at him?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be Goku, though that is very funny.
Yeah.
Take your pick. Take your pick. But that's his turn as he roars out into the distance. You look up and you did see like this large fiery blast from above you, and now you see what seems to be a small body hurtling down towards you all, presumably Aelin. It's also 55 feet away, if that makes any difference.
Yeah, so you guys might have to catch her.
Aelin's 55 feet.
55 feet away, 500 feet up.
Okay.
How do you guys want to play this out? Describe your next actions to me. This last goblin, there's really not much that he can do if you guys keep flying. Actually, as he chucks the club, that fiery explosion takes off. There is no more flight. So he screams and plummets to his death because the mage can no longer keep him alight.
Wait.
So, okay.
That's funny.
Well,
Okay.
my idea would have been to fall back and then Misty step 30 feet down so that I'm 530 feet so that I could catch her again.
Okay, so as you're falling, you misty step down and you... Yeah, that would work. That would work. So go ahead and roll athletics just to make sure that you can grapple her. As your friends are flying up to you, you see Narissa diving like a peregrine falcon after the body of Aelin.
26.
26, and you swoop her right into your arms. They're unconscious, their body, their limbs just flailing in the air as you plummet down to your friends. Ercid, you're waiting. Lucian, you're waiting. How do you guys want to get out of here?
However, you magical people can get us out of here. Air said.
Gonna hold your
Are
teleport.
we, how far away are we from everyone?
Narissa's roughly 500 feet away from
everyone
you.
just like really grab on. Well, really, you just need to be within 10 feet of me.
Okay. So
Okay,
you'll
well,
hold.
we need to get even closer because it's 10 feet.
Okay, so as you're like flying, you're kind of like twisting your pocket watch as the hands begin to count down every second, closing in on the moment to where your friends coalesce around you. And finally, with the ding of the grandfather clock, you find yourself back to mods.
I think so.
Or where did you guys want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think back to the hags.
Okay. Wowee kazowie.
God damn.
Let's do. Come on. And you, as you find yourself in the cold embrace of Maud's frozen home, the hands of the dead branches frozen and reaching out at you through the rough ramshackle wood that she uses as a foundation. The frozen bodies all seeming to have eyes on you. These strange individuals who have single-handedly brought the Goblin War to somewhat of an armistice.
I give Aelin 15 lay on hands.
And she kind of like rolls over and looks up and we're back at the hag's house. Oh, we must have, either I'm dead and this is heaven, which I don't think a hag's house is heaven, but that's fine. And you guys are all dead too. Wow, that was some fight, was it? You tried your best.
Yeah. Something like that.
God.
Believe it or not, we're not dead. I mean, he almost is.
I'm half
He
dead.
should basically just be dead. It might be better.
Oh man.
Did Lucian say you're half dead or did right?
No, I said it.
Okay.
Lucian.
And Aelin kind of looks up. You look like half a man too.
Oh man.
That's why I said half dead.
Half a lot of things. Well, what you gonna do about that?
I don't know.
You gonna hop everywhere like a rabbit
I can
or a
take your
herringbone?
legs.
No,
Maybe.
I don't think legs work
Is
like
it
that, mate.
possible? Is it possible that Maud would be able to? You know, these are some powerful people. Maybe they might be able to help. Is Maud anywhere around?
And Maud is just kind of like standing over you all as this transpires. So, you're back, and you've brought a prisoner.
Yeah. And I'll tap it.
What is that?
This is the crystal.
It is also her contract.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They contract a prisoner and a slave.
When I touched it, I was pulled into the prison. And it seemed like the only way he was going to really let me out was if I made a deal with him. I have until sunrise to
What was
get
the-
him out of this crystal, or I'm going to be trapped in it forever.
So infinite time because the sun never rises here.
Gods know much of the material plane.
So I don't know, a certain amount of hours, or an uncertain amount of hours.
I can't even tell you when the sun will rise.
Great. That's a bad deal.
Yeah, it is.
Much to be expected when you deal with the Fae. You could have made a deal with me.
Well, you're a Fae.
Just
Is enough.
not for this kind of magic, it is not.
Well,
What are the particulars of said deal?
Just that I had to release him from this crystal to get
Well,
him
dude,
out
what
of
if-
the prison, and that Aelin
Well,
or Nyla could do it.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And her sort of elongated, crinkled face raises what seems to be an eyebrowless brow raise as her beady, icy eyes sort of turn towards Aelin, who kind of shrinks back in fear. So, if Nyla is with us, Aelin. And she kind of gets down. And as she leans, her features become a little softer, something a little more approachable, more goblin-like almost. Would you mind so much as to try? Nala sent you after the crystal for a reason, yes? Well, I mean, she did, but I thought it was just because I was a goblin, not some kind of godlin.
Well, I would appreciate it if you would help, because otherwise I'm going to be the pet to some terrifying goblin god, and I don't want that.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of a pet too. And it's kind of nice. I
No.
mean, maybe you can.
No.
Okay. Then
I'm-
all right then. And Maud's like, okay, repeat after me. And she starts to speak in a tongue that you understand is goblin. And Aelin, stuttering, repeats. They bring in hand motions. not very simple, a very convoluted collection of somatics as she finally presses her hands towards the crystal. Aelin presses her hands on the crystal.
Come on.
And she faints.
Oh, God.
Maybe she's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I go down and I check her pulse.
She's alive. Breathing.
It just seemed like the polite thing to do.
It just seemed like the polite thing to do. It's not even that I really want to, like, release him from it. It's just, what else did I have to offer?
An arm and a leg.
Your whole body.
Well, isn't that what the...
No. Possession. So, now we wait.
Could have gave him mine.
Look, I've got someone, they're super willing.
Be careful what you say in this space. That crystal, whatever it's made out of, it is certainly not soundproof.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Would you?
Hello.
No, I would not.
No.
We're
Give up your
friends.
body. Acid?
I'm like speaking to the crystal. I'm like, we're friends.
I don't know how much he'd want it.
He'd have more use of it than you would in this state.
Gods and all.
Gods and all. And now one sits in the place of jewelry in my home with what presumes to be an archfae's consciousness in there with him. So, I guess we wait. I'll turn back to my cauldron.
What you cooking?
Real
It
quick.
is a sort of stew.
Frozen people soup.
She smiles.
It's been a while since I've had people soup. What?
Nothing. I'm just gonna plop down.
And if Aelin fails in there, she twists her stick inside the cauldron. It's smoking, billowing out this steam, very aromatic, very tantalizing, if you will. If she hadn't told you it was human, your mouth would be salivating.
Gross.
Are we, how hungry are we?
How hungry are you?
I'm sure fairly. We've had rations in here. I made dinner last night,
Oh yeah, you did. Last night.
and it was passable at best.
Yeah, passable dinner.
Oh, that's right.
Look. It's not that
I
big of
mean,
a deal. I won't tell if...
I'll try some.
I'm
I'll try
okay,
some.
thank you.
I'll try some.
It is
Just a,
Quite
a
good.
small portion.
I'm sure.
last chance.
I'll pass.
To each their own. You all may lose a friend tonight. For all we know, we could all die here. So I will respect your wishes. As she kind of bowls up some soup for Airsid and Narissa. After sprinkling some sort of unknown substance that sort of poofs in a green and pink cloud.
I'm just not gonna think about it too hard. I'm like, I might go into God Goblin Crystal Prison forever, so I'm not too bothered by what I'm eating. Right?
Yeah.
Hair of dog,
Before,
Narissa.
What?
Before I take a bite, I look over. Oh no! Oh no!
We can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay. Before I take a bite, I'll look over at Lucian and I'll say, Well, you have to try. You have to participate in the local customs, the traditional food. You know, if you're in a new place. So, take a bite.
I'll wave my nub of an arm at him and say, "Just imagine you're eating me."
And as you bite in,
Is it good? What is it? Yeah.
It's something like a standard stew you'd find in like an Irish pub of sorts, with some more citrusy notes, kind of magical, a little tart. And as you bite into what you presume to be a human's meat or a humanoid's meat, it's tender, perfectly cooked. Tastes kind of like pork.
Yeah, well. No complaints here.
It's alright. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I'll take your word for it.
This one was quite delectable to kill. A boy, mad with power, thought he was strong enough to get one over on a coven. And so, as he made a deal with us, he did not know that when he said, I would like to be considered a snack by the ladies. And so he was.
Be careful what you wish for, right?
These children and their vocabulary.
Now, not only do I roll with fucking assholes who are rude to everybody, but they also eat children.
I'm sorry.
The stories that
okay?
will be told in all the brothels of you lot.
Some of the greatest archfey of our time have eaten children. It is simple in the Feywild. On the material plane, you may call it a crime, taboo, even a sin. Here, it is dessert.
Good.
Well, and she sits
We
down
sit
on
awkwardly.
her rocking chair, and after a while, the awkward silence is broken. And Aelin stands up, kind of brushes herself off. Well, I don't know if you're going to like this.
Hit us with it, Aelin.
Yeah.
I'm sure it can't
Waste
get any
not
worse.
a moment longer.
We can let him out. And he can take you all home. And he can turn me back into me.
Okay.
But you'd like to go home with you.
Oh.
He didn't really say. He said he needed, if he wasn't welcome in the Feywild, and look, it's something weird happened in there. I don't really remember it. I don't think it was me talking to him. But he can't stay here.
Did he say what coming with us would mean?
I don't really remember.
Because if we think about this from a logical perspective, we only know so many gods, right? Where does he go? If he comes to the material plane, is he now just a god on the material plane? Is it like a Senkali situation? Or does he go somewhere else?
Regardless, you are playing with a trickster.
Maybe it would be nice to have God on our side.
I suppose
Fair
it
point.
would.
The Fae do not choose sides.
Maybe he would do us a solid.
Taking you home.
Maybe he'd do us another one.
You are releasing him.
Maybe Air said you would have a better time speaking with him.
Yeah, Air said, why don't you touch the crystal?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say touch the crystal, but if this is something we decide to do, you might be able to get through to him better than either of us.
Be careful, Acid. You speak at the crystal. You know not the reception of your words.
Well, there's still the matter of Uwasa's voice. Just letting this goblin...
Well, he would change her back to Nyla.
No, Uwasa. Oh, and then
And then Nyla can free.
Uwasa.
So let me understand this. So he is offering, if we release him, to change Nyla back.
And send you home.
But he's coming too.
But he didn't tell us how we can release him.
He needs Nyla.
Is that... So how is he gonna change Nyla back?
All right, Yersid, get in there. All right, get in.
Maybe it's something
I think
with
you might-
Nyla's actual consciousness on the inside.
Because if you can speak to him, then maybe we can... Because, like, if we don't let him out, then I am trapped with him. For who knows how long. And I don't want to ask that much of you guys, but at the same time, I would prefer not to.
I'll touch the crystal.
Make a charisma save.
You get a +1 to that on top of your +1.
On top of my +0.
Oh, then you get a +1 to that.
Ooh, 19?
Very
And
good.
at that moment, you see Ersid standing, his eyes closed, his breathing shallow, almost as if he's been paralyzed. Ersid, you are now in a red room. On the walls, there seems to be some sort of checkered wallpaper. A lamp made out of bones. Its shade made out of skin. A soft red light pushing through, making the room even more red. And sitting on a throne made of bone, guts, and bile,
Cool.
and red cushion, is a small man, a goblin, cross-legged, a trench coat tattered and wholly full of patches, all seeming to have different emblems on them, some screaming faces, others swords and weapons, a large hat, a hole with an ear sticking through it, sort of like a witch, if you will. And the only thing you can see of this creature's face is his long pink nose and his yellow teeth. So, another prisoner. Welcome to my domain.
Another
And possibly your new home, depending on how this conversation goes.
No. You see, I've been sent here as a representative. I'm the negotiator of the group.
Ah, and you've met the negotiator of the world.
Very well. Good. Pleasant to meet you. So, I understand that you'd like to be released from this prison.
I understand that you and your friends would not like to be my slaves. How unfortunate.
I mean, that is also, both can be true. Both can be true.
Indeed. So, how exactly do we propose to make both of these dreams come true?
Well, you see, that's why I've come to you. if you're a all-knowing, powerful deity, I thought you'd help me help you. Do you want to be released? We don't want to be prisoners. So I'll scare back. But you don't have to scratch mine in return. Just like
What?
not prison and just telling me how I can release you. So you need. No, can you hear me?
I lost the plot after
Yeah.
you scratch my back, but I don't have to scratch yours.
Oof.
Can you hear me?
Kinda. You're chopped and screwed.
Man.
Man, it's
No, what about now?
oh, okay.
Well,
Nope. What about now? Try again.
Yes, hello?
okay.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I'll scratch your back for free, even for just the simple fact that you don't take us prisoners. I will just do you a solid, but I need a place to start. How can I start that? I understand that you need Nyla to help with this process, but as you probably figured, if you just had a conversation with her, she has been turned into a goblin.
Really?
And,
Wow,
she's
that
not
is so
herself at the
poetic.
moment.
Traps a goblin in a crystal, thinks she's all high and mighty, and now out there she's a fucking goblin. That's rich. I love it.
It's so funny. You might want to help us out.
Well, now that I know this, maybe it's better to just keep it that way.
Oh, take it, you're not great pals, Nyla.
Well, I mean, Strange, you're just kind of living your life. All your children are out in the woods fighting and fucking each other and fighting and fucking other things. And, they do that shit and they're having fun. And no one seems to care but her. And so she says, hey, stop fighting and fucking, or I'm gonna fuck you. And I said, oh, right, you're kind of cute. And she said, you're in a box.
You gotta help me. You gotta keep me away. You gotta help.
So, I'm sorry, but if you think that's a friend, you're crazy.
Okay, so she's not a friend. That's fine. I mean, the fact still remains that what I understand you're telling me is she's the only one that can release you.
Indeed, and luckily enough, her conscience just might be enough.
Well, she was just in here. I mean, what did you guys manage to solve any of your issues?
I think she needed to come back and tell you. I said she could have some reprieve before she releases me. To let you know how you are all involved with our deal. So if that is all okay, then I guess I can turn her from her remarkable form as a goblin back into the twat she was.
Okay, so the parameters of your deal is that you come back with us. That's what you're offering?
He smiles, a very large smile, a smile bigger than his face.
They say,
Indeed it
where did this
is.
come from? We're like, I don't know.
And okay, and just out of curiosity, I mean, have you been to the material plane? I mean, what do you intend to do there? Condo prices are a little sketchy right now.
His smile gets bigger, more and more teeth. He opens his mouth as he speaks, and it's almost as if he's ready to swallow you whole. What I do in the material plane is none of your business. Unless you really need to know. Remind me, what was your name again?
My name is Ersit.
Amen.
Is it now? As
The fucking like song from Princess and the Frog starts playing.
oh, get ready. As you see a flash of yellow eyes, and you are left in darkness as his toothy maw consumes you.
Boy, am I dead? What?
You're bound to
consumes
this
me?
fucker now.
I would try to participate, but like when they were in the red, I just